Hey everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're gonna start another crochet vlog, and this one's gonna be really fun because I bought a vintage crochet kit here. I was inspired to buy this because I was watching Passionate Kelsey clean up her room to move, and she pulled out this big oldish crochet blanket kit, and I was like, I need that. Like, I need something like that. So I went on Mercari and eBay and I started looking up vintage crochet kits, and I found a lot of really cool ones. This one was really affordable on Mercari. I had like $25 in credits, so I actually got this for free thanks to you guys using my code. So if you guys want to check out Mercari, you get like a $10 coupon when you use my link, and you can try to find something like this for yourself. I'll put a link for it down below. But I love Mercari. They have the coolest stuff. And I found this crochet kit. It has never been opened before. I have no idea how old it actually is, but in the time of when it was sold, the entire kit was only $5. I don't know if you can see it right there. It says $4.99. Doesn't have a year on it, but this was a $5 crochet kit. So this must be very old, because you guys know that just one skein of these yarns now would be $5, much less an entire kit teaching you how to make something. So this is a Bernat pack, which Bernat's been around for a very long time. I tried to find some information about this online. I can't really seem to figure out what year it's from, so maybe it'll say it on the inside, but it seems like most people sell this kit for around $20 to $40. So, and it comes in a bunch of other colors, but I ended up getting yellow, which I love the color yellow. So I'm gonna open it for the first time. It's completely sealed. It has never ever been opened, ever. Like, this is crazy. It's called the Gypsy Vest. I'm pretty sure the word like gypsy is now considered like a slur if you use it in a certain way. So I don't really know if it's appropriate to be called that, but it's vintage, so I don't think most things would be called that now though, from what I understand and what I looked up. This is like full cardboard, and it has this beautiful design. So we have this beautiful girl right here wearing the vest, and I'm definitely gonna be like saving this and like framing it because I think the artwork is beautiful. So let's go ahead and cut into it. Yes, I'm using hair cutting scissors because I lost every single pair of my scissors for some reason. And we're gonna get right into this. It's probably gonna smell really old in here. Oh, yeah, that smells musty as hell. Okay, I don't know where the pattern actually is because this is not a pattern. This is the Gypsy Vest Pack by Bernat. To knit or crochet in Barilla, Germantown, which I'm pretty sure is what the yarn is called, is Barilla Germantown. Yes, it contains 10-ounce Bernat Barilla Germantown 100% acrylic and complete instructions. It can make one vest knitted or crocheted in size small, medium, and large, which is perfect. I'm gonna make the large. And then it tells you what size hook to use. I'm gonna use a hook size J, which I gotta look up what that is because I don't remember. And the color that I got is in Sun Gold, but they also have navy, aqua, rose, violet, natural, black, and red. So there was other color kits too. Let's see if the other pattern is in here because this is just the materials, and you can see how like yellow this paper is. So I'm gonna pull out the yarn. The yarn doesn't look moldy or gross, it just smells like a Goodwill. So we've got 5 skeins of acrylic. Makes sense that they hide the pattern in the back so people couldn't just like see it in person and copy the pattern, but okay. We have the fully written out pattern. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh. I also kind of hate vintage patterns, but for some reason I bought this anyway, because look at these. There's like no pauses, no breaks. It is a nightmare to read. God, the smell is terrible. Okay, but yeah, this right here, I am definitely gonna like frame and hang up because I love this. I love that it's pink. I love it. I love vintage crochet stuff so much. Like the books, the kits, like I love it. This is crocheting. Okay, so it's just one sheet for crocheting, and then this is the instructions on how to knit. I have been learning how to knit, but I cannot read a knitting pattern to save my life, so we will not be doing that. So I need a hook size J. So I need to figure out what a J is. It's a 6mm, which is amazing because 6mm is my favorite size hook to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and go grab all of my crochet stuff, my hooks, my scissors, all of that stuff, and we're just going to try to get started with this and follow it the best that I can. And I'm gonna have to like really focus on what part I'm at the pattern, because yeah, like I said, like it's really hard to read. And also I'm not the best at making crochet wearables. I thrive in making amigurumi and like purses and stuff. I'm not great at making clothing. Like I hate making crochet wearables. I get very frustrated with it. So I'm gonna try my best, and hopefully in the end we get a really cute whimsical looking vest that I can wear very often. So I tried to read over the pattern a little bit before I got started. I'm already confused, but okay, I guess it's showing like the first 4 rows right here, which says pattern stitch. I guess this is the gauge swatch. I guess that's what that means, because later then it says to start chaining the length of your body and then do the rows that you did in the pattern stitch to get to 14 inches long, which I think makes the first panel, I think is what it's saying. Vintage patterns, you kind of have to decode them because they're really hard to understand. Like I have tried to read many vintage crochet patterns and really hard to understand. But once you get the hang of it, it's really not that bad. They're just worded very weirdly and very different to new age patterns. So I think I am going to do a gauge swatch. Who is she? I've never done a gauge swatch in my life. I never do. I know you're supposed to. I hate doing it. I'm gonna do a gauge swatch just so I can practice what kind of like pattern stitch we're gonna be doing, because it seems like we're gonna have some like puff stitches and I don't know, weird stuff. So I hope there's no like bugs that come popping out of this yarn. It doesn't even say how many to chain for the gauge pattern stitch. All sizes are made on the same number of stitches. Like it literally says row 1, 1 single crochet and second chain from hook. You didn't even tell me how many to chain, so I don't really know what you expect me to be doing here, but I guess I'll just chain 10. I truly don't know how many to do, but I'm just gonna keep an even number because it seems like this pattern is working in even numbers, so I feel like that is right. You can definitely tell that this yarn is old. It's a lot more of like that scratchy acrylic. Like it's not terrible, honestly, for sitting in the bag as long as it is, because I have a feeling this is like 70s or 80s pattern just based on like the style that's on the bag. Like I said, it doesn't even say what year this was made, so I have absolutely no idea, but I'm assuming it's like 70s, 80s, and for how old it is, it's definitely in good shape. So okay, then we chain 6. Oh, it seems like we're just doing a mesh stitch, honestly. Okay, it's telling me to make a puff stitch in the chain 2. And it's explaining to me how to make a puff stitch. It says yarn over hook, draw up a loop in the same space, and do that 3 times. Yarn over and draw through all loops. Oh, that's an interesting way to make a puff. It did work. Huh. It doesn't help that like the only picture that I have of the vest is this drawing. Like I don't even know what the vest is supposed to look like. So that makes it a little bit harder because I have absolutely like no idea what the finished product is gonna look like. So I don't have anything to like base the pattern off of. This is interesting. I like it. It's pretty. I didn't finish down here because I made too many chains at the beginning. Like I said, this is me just practicing what the stitch is gonna be like. But we have like triple crochets, and then in the chain 2s in between, we have 2 puff stitches in each chain 2s. Never done that before. That actually looks pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish like the 4 rows of this pattern stitch just to see what the stitch is gonna be like, and then I'm gonna start on the actual vest itself. Okay, I figured it out. I started cooking and figuring it out in these like last 2 rows right here. So basically the pattern stitch, I don't even know if it's called what it's called or if it has a name. I've never done it before, but basically we're working like triple crochets, and then within the chain 2 spaces you do 2 puff stitches, and then the pattern is literally just triple crochets and puff stitches within it, and then you're just going back and forth that way, and it makes a really unique type of mesh stitch that adds the puff stitch to it too. And that's pretty cool. I like the way that it looks. Like just ignore this bottom part because I messed up there, but like this top part, this is what the vest is going to look like. So now that we practiced that, I'm glad that I actually did that because then I really got a hang of everything. now we're gonna actually start with it. So now we're going to chain 143 chains, and it's gonna measure about 42 inches, which I believe is going to be like up and down how much it should be, because it says then from that point we're going to work these stitches all the way around until it gets to 14 inches wide, and then we're gonna start shaping the armhole and the neck somehow. I don't know, we'll see like the shape of it once we get to it, because I don't really know what part we're working on, or if it's the top, because like the next section of the pattern says back, and then the next section says left front. So I'm assuming this first section is the right front. So we're making the right, then we're gonna make the left, and then the back, and then we're gonna sew it all together is what I'm assuming. So I actually don't think that this will be that hard, honestly, which I'm pretty happy about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just start mindlessly working on this while listening to an audiobook. And if I'm having any issues, I will let you guys know, but I think that this might be pretty easy to follow. Probably one of the easier vintage crochet patterns that I've dealt with so far, I think. My only issue right now is me wanting to wear a mask because it smells so bad. Ignore my pajamas, but I chained 143 and it's 42 inches like I'm supposed to do. It just seems incredibly long. Like, it touches my mid-thigh. So is this vest going to be a vest that can go over a dress or something? I'm gonna keep working on it, but it goes all the way down to my mid-thigh. So I'm like, should I use a smaller hook? Because if I want to wear it with jeans, I don't really want it to be that long, because when I wash it, it'll get bigger, because this is really long. I think I might size down to a 5mm because that is really long. But then I could wear it with a dress. So I'm like, dude, maybe I should make it that long, because then I could wear it with a dress. Okay, I did 143 stitches and it still ended up being in the middle of my thigh, and I just don't want that. So what I decided to do is take off 20 chains. So instead of doing 143 stitches, I'm doing 123 stitches. And that goes from my like top of my shoulder here to like the top of my thigh, which is like the longest that I really want it. I know it's gonna shrink a little bit when we start doing the stitches, so once we wash it, it'll be a little bit longer too. So I decided to just take off some stitches, because at the end of the day, I don't wanna keep chaining, and I don't want it to be that long. It is the next night, and I worked on this a little bit, not too much. I got a little sleepy, but I worked. It takes kind of a long time to do this for some reason, I guess because I just have to, like for the puff stitches, I have to do so many yarn overs and pull throughs and stuff. And then same with triple crochets, like it's a lot of yarn overs, this whole entire pattern is. So here's where we're at so far. It looks beautiful. I've never done something this intricate before. Like, this might not be intricate to you guys, but I don't do stuff like this. Like, I'm an amigurumi girl. I don't do like cool stitches like this for blankets or scarves or wearables or anything. So this is really cool. I'm gonna take a break though and check back tomorrow. But so far, this is the easiest vintage pattern that I have ever read. Hey guys, so it's probably been about a week since, actually maybe just a couple days since I've worked on the vest here. I have a new little filming setup here. I hope it like looks better. I moved some things around and I made myself a little filming area in this room, which I can show you guys in a little bit. but I basically just added a little table in here, and I got a nice like ring light tripod thing for my phone, and this is mainly going to be where I film crochet tutorials because I really wanted to have a designated crochet area because I'm going to be trying to grow my crochet account and make more patterns and stuff like that. I wanted to have like a nice area to film because my other desk is always full of so many other things that I am doing. So this is literally just my designated like yarn storage area here. You can see all my yarn. And then behind me, what you guys don't normally see, is my doll plushie collection here that I haven't really touched in a while because I just haven't had the motivation to really do anything with it. But I do like to collect American Girl dolls and like Monster High dolls and stuff, and I have like a doll channel that I don't really post on, but I'll link it down below. I just have that doll channel for fun if I ever want to restore a doll and I want to film it or something, so that's the only reason why I have that channel, really. But I took my crochet vest to work with me yesterday or 2 days ago because my friend who I work with, she also crochets, and I really needed her opinion on like where the heck this pattern is gonna go because I'm a little confused on it, and I think she figured it out a lot better than me. I'm glad I asked for like somebody else's opinion, and I'm very thankful that I have a friend who also crochets because I would have been doing this completely wrong. So I was kind of measuring this like it starts from here to here because it says that this is the right front. So I thought that, you know, the measurements are going to be from here to here. But what my friend said, when you look at the way the holes are lined up on this picture, which is the only picture we have to reference at, the holes are actually not going like this. They're going like this. She was like, I think the pattern is saying that like this is the left front like this way, and like this is how it's going to be, because in the pattern when you work up it says you're going to start shaping the right armhole and neck, which wouldn't make sense if you were working down. So I'm assuming it's going to work up, and then we're going to start shaping the armhole and then working up to shape the neck. So it would make sense that this would go around like this. Now that I figured that out, or my friend did, I wish I would have made it a little bit longer. It still like fits around me, and when I steam it and add like a border, it's going to be a little bit longer too. So I don't know how like long it's going to be, but what I think is happening, basically this is, we're going to like work up, and then we're going to start working this right side here, is what I think is going to happen. And then we're going to start making the back, and it's going to go this way. And then we're going to start making the left front to connect to this front piece. So I think that's how it's going to happen. It's kind of like working around instead of like sewing all the pieces together. We're kind of like attaching it around the body. Now that my friend figured that out for me, I'm so happy that she did because I never would have figured that out myself. I'm going to keep working on this, and I'm going to basically work on it until it kind of reaches like underneath here, underneath my armpit, and then we're going to start shaping the arm area. And Love Island is on tonight. Twyla just stole my chair. Casa Amor starts tonight on Love Island, so I will not be working in here. I'm gonna take my ass over into my living room with my TV. I really wish I had a TV in here. Honestly, if I had a TV like in the corner of this room, like right where my desk is, I don't know, I might do that. Honestly, I really want to buy a CRT TV so I can watch all my VHS tapes and stuff on it, but I haven't been able to find one that's like affordable and like cute and good quality. So I would really like to have a CRT TV in here in the corner so I can watch old movies and stuff while I film or crochet. But anyway, I'm gonna take my ass into the living room with my TV, and I am going to watch Love Island for the night and keep working on this until I go to bed because I have nothing else that I need to do today. I have been working at my new job. If you guys don't know, I got hired to be a social media manager at my local bookstore. So it's kind of like a freelancing thing right now, but it's going pretty well, I think. Like, I'm pretty proud of myself. It's going well, and she seems to be happy. So I'm happy. I've been doing that today, and it was really fun to just be able to be at home and do stuff that I really enjoy, which is social media and making graphics and graphic design and stuff. Like, it's just so fun. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this in the other room, and I will update you guys when I get somewhere. It's later in the night, like way later. It's like 1 in the morning, and I feel like this is going to take forever. Like, this is why I don't like making clothes, because they just take so long. Like, the end result is definitely always worth it, but the process to get there is always really tiring. So this is what I got to. So I was just crocheting while I was watching Love Island, and then Love Island was over. This episode was really boring. I do have to say, this season of Love Island is probably the most boring one. All of the people are very uninteresting, and like I'm just bored, and I feel like all of the couples who actually had genuine connections got sent home. So I'm really bored, but it was like an hour and a half long, so I don't know. I worked on this for probably like 4 hours, and this is all I got done because it takes so long. And also I've gone through 2 complete skeins of yarn. 2. I think it came with like 6. So I don't think that I'll have enough yarn to finish. Like, I genuinely don't think I will. Luckily I have a yarn that's pretty much the same color that I can use, but I genuinely don't think that it comes with enough yarn. Yeah, here's where we're at. Like, we're not even close to 14 inches. I haven't even measured it. I mean, we're getting pretty close to my armpit. And like, when this is tied together, like, it'll be a cute vest, and I probably can add like another row or 2 here to make it longer. I really wish I understood how this was gonna go, so I could have done the longer chains at the beginning and used the bigger hook. But you win some, you lose some. Twyla stole my seat again. Girl. Hey guys, so I have some updates. I have my vest here, and we had crochet club at work yesterday, and I worked on it a little bit, but that's pretty much like the only time that I was able to work on it. So we're not quite at the 14 inches yet, but we're getting there. I think like maybe 2 more rows, but I'm already almost gone through the 3rd skein. Like, I genuinely don't think that there will be enough yarn for this project. Like, I really don't. I'm getting out my tape measure here to see how long it is. So we're at 12 inches right now, so I need to do 2 or 3 more rows to get it to 14 inches. Hopefully that'll be long enough to start working like under the arm, because we're already like getting pretty close. So like 2 more rows will start the armpit. So I'll get back to this in a little bit. This is just a project that I'm just working on here and there, because I have some huge news to tell you guys. So I don't know if I've said already, but I got hired to be the social media manager for a bookstore, and she also has like little vendors that she has in her store. So I asked her if I could sell my crochet stuff in her store, and she said yes. So I'm officially a vendor. I like this better than like going to in-person markets, because I can just have it set out at a bookstore and make what I need consistently and just restock the bookstore instead of having to worry about making like tons of stuff for a bunch of different markets, if that makes sense. So I'm very excited. I'm going to be making a bunch of book related stuff. So I got to start doing that. So I'm going to be making some bookmarks for sure, book sleeves, probably some coasters, very like cozy stuff, maybe some like bandanas. I'm gonna start with small things and maybe make 1 big doll to sell like a month, to have like a big doll displayed there to see if that sells well, and then basically she just takes a percentage of the sale. So I'm gonna be selling my crochet stuff. I'm so excited. But because of that reason, I bought some more like professional stuff for my crochet tutorials and everything too. So I ordered some stuff from Amazon. I wanted to show you guys what I got. It's a lot of like photography related stuff. I have an issue in this house with not having great lighting, mainly because I film mostly at night because I work during the day, and having just a ring light when I want to film nice tutorials or take nice pictures is just not, you know, it's not gonna work. So I got these like mini lights right here. So I'll have 3 lights. I'll have this one in the middle and then 2 small lights on the side to take nice pictures and videos. And they're small enough to stand on my table and not really get in the way, not make me too hot. So these are really nice. They're literally just small, and they come with like little tripods. So we're gonna set these up together and we're gonna see if it makes much of a difference, at least with like filming and taking photos and stuff. Here's what they look like. And you can change out like the filter color too. So if you want like a red effect, like these were cheap. They were like 20 bucks, but works good enough for me. We have all these like little filters and stuff, which I won't be using any of these, at least anytime soon. I'm just gonna be using the plain white light. Okay, I just plugged them in. So Here's some brighter lights, and then I can turn them like up and down. This is down. This is up. James Charles meme. I forgot to put these little things on, but I'm gonna have it like turned down to the table. Also, like this tripod that I bought freaking wiggles, and that's annoying. And then next I bought some like background photography things. So I want to be able to take like nice professional looking photos. So I bought this thing right here that was also really cheap, and it has like backgrounds and like floors for you to take like product photos. So this would be perfect for my like small crochet stuff. Basically you have this like portfolio board thing here, and then you have these like just paper backgrounds that have like different designs on them, and you put them on here and then you clip it in, and it just makes like a nice little box so you can take product photos, and then you can put the lighting like beside it. And this thing was literally like, I don't know, $8 or something for all of these things, which I thought was pretty nice for somebody on a budget. Here's sort of an example of what like my crochet tutorials are going to look like in the background. So you can see we have like a nice marble effect, and I can change it out for like a wood effect, different colors, like to match the product that I'm showing. Like this will be really nice. There are still some like shadows, but whatever, like it still looks really clean, and I have like a nice professional looking setup here. So here's the vibe we're looking at right now. We've got the two lights. This one literally will not bend. That's what I get for buying something cheap, but it literally will not bend. And I got my Labubu in here to be the practice, but as you can see, like it gives like a professional effect, like more than before. You know, I'm not trying to go for anything crazy, but I mainly wanted to do this, like I said, for my YouTube tutorials, so I can change it out to any of these right here. And I feel like it was a good thing to invest in since I want to make more crochet tutorials. So here's my cool little setup here. I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed for the night, but I am going to probably brainstorm some ideas of stuff I want to start crocheting and saving patterns and stuff that I have found. And we're gonna start making stuff for my vending spot in a bookstore. Yay! Okay guys, excuse the way I look. I just took literally 4 hours cutting the grass outside. 4 hours. It's so hot out there. I literally feel like I'm dying right now. But I went to the Dollar Tree today before I cut the grass, and I got some stuff because I think I told you guys already that I'm going to be a vendor at a bookstore. I don't even know what I have filmed these past couple weeks, but I got some stuff from the Dollar Tree that'll be good for the displays because I do have to bring my own display stuff for the store. She's basically just giving me the spot for it. So first, I wanted to show you guys what I finished last night. So last night I finished the Jellycat purse. I'm just waiting for the fabric to come in the mail, and I'm gonna sew in the fabric, and then I have the chain strap here, and I will be completely done. I finished the pattern. I just have to take pictures of like the final of it. And then I will be completed with the pattern for my Jellycat purse. So I'm really, really excited. It fits my phone perfectly, and it's just, I feel like it looks just like a Jellycat. Like, I'm really proud of myself. I think it's really cute. So I hope you guys like it too. It was really easy to make. Other than using fluffy yarn, it's definitely beginner friendly if you are a beginner who can figure out fluffy yarn. If not, I would say it's more intermediate, but it's so cute. I love it so much, but I cannot complete the purse until my fabric comes in, and I think the fabric may be delivered on Monday, hopefully, because I want to get it out as soon as possible. So first of all, from Amazon, I bought a bunch of tags for the stuff that I'm going to be selling, because if I want to make individual prices of things, I want to make sure that it has a tag on it. So I think there's 180 tags in here. So that'll be plenty. That will last me a very long time, and hopefully I can just reuse them too. And then I spent like, I don't know, $10 at the Dollar Tree, and I got a bunch of like storage stuff for my craft supplies and also stuff for my vending spot. So all of these were $1.25, by the way. I figured this would be nice to line up coin pouches. I do want to make like fruit coin pouches. So you guys know that like the fruit ones that I make, this is just a granny square, but like I put these granny squares together and make coin purses. So I want to line like 10 of them up in here and then sell the coin purses for like 20 bucks, and I'll just put like a little label right here that says like $20. Then my mom had a really good idea to use this right here. These are like little like letter sorters, and I can put my book sleeves in here. So I can display a book sleeve in 1, 2, 3, 4, and very easily be able to stack up some book sleeves. So I think I got 2 of these. I got them in gold, by the way, because it matches the store. Then I got 2 of these dividers, not for the store, but I want to organize all of my like purse hardware and just like random zippers and stuff like that that I have, because I have a whole like storage cube full of bags full of random hardware and stuff, and it's just not organized at all. So I'm gonna slowly start buying more and more of these and kind of organize it the best that I can. So they only had 2 in stock, and I'm gonna use these to organize hardware and probably like doll eyeballs and stuff right now. Then I got 2 of these. Don't quite know what I'm gonna put in these yet, but I liked like how they were like kind of gold in the sun, and I also figured like I could line up or put bookmarks in here, maybe. I'm gonna try to sell small items for right now and see how they do. So yeah, I bought 2 of these so I could sell 8 book sleeves at a time. And then in the wood section, I found these really cute like wooden things. Honestly, I'll probably put bookmarks in these. I don't know if I'll paint them or not, but I really like the way that they look, just raw wood, honestly. So I will probably put bookmarks in here. But I just really like these. They're really cute. And lastly, I got these. I got 3 of them. Once again, they have like that gold shimmer, just very faint on it, which I really like. And once again, I don't really know what I'm going to put in these, but I figured if I was selling like a bunch of little stuff, I want to make sure to have enough storage for them, and also I can just use the storage in my own house too. So the first things that I'm going to focus on making is a bunch of bookmarks and book sleeves. So I want to find a book sleeve pattern that is quick, because I do make Kindle sleeves, but they're all half double crochets and they take a pretty long time to make. And if I'm selling stuff in person, I want it to be pretty affordable for people. So I'm gonna try to find maybe like a granny square book sleeve pattern, because I feel like granny squares work up very quickly. And I'm gonna make 8 of them and put them in here. And hopefully I'll have like a little box that I can like set them up on and put them in the back, and then have like the smaller stuff in the front, because I'm gonna have like a little section of a bookshelf. And then I'm gonna focus on making bookmarks. And then a couple of you guys recommended coasters, which I could put coasters in here. Coasters were a good idea. I don't know, a couple of you guys on Instagram recommended making like some pretty cool stuff, so I need to kind of make a list of all of my ideas, but right now I'm just going to focus on bookmarks and book sleeves, and then kind of see how I can organize it in the store. And I will be filming my setup in the store too. It's probably going to take a couple weeks for me to even get it in the store, but I'm very excited. But I pretty much have everything I need to have like a little section of the store for right now, and then I can work up on getting like little chalk signs or just like cuter stuff. I also would like to make keychains too, so on Amazon I probably need to buy like a little keychain stand. I used to have one and I lost it during the move. I think I might have thrown it away. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and organize my craft stuff real quick in these little storage containers. I guess I'll film me doing that. But I am so exhausted, so I'm honestly probably gonna go try to take a nap for a couple of hours. And then I have another painting video that I actually need to film, and I'm gonna focus on filming that first because it's sponsored, and then I will start making more stuff. Hey guys, so it's probably been like a week since I've updated you on my crocheting stuff. I don't know why I haven't been filming, but I've been grinding, okay? So I finished my jelly cat pattern. I think this was the last time I was talking to you guys about something that I wanted to make. I'm not too sure. But I finished my jelly cat purse pattern. So here is what it looks like. I love him so much. He's so soft. Like, it's literally like real fur. It's not real fur, but it feels like real fur. And then I attached like this $5 chain from Amazon on it to make the strap. And then it has like little gray feet. And then from Etsy, I got this glow-in-the-dark fabric that is stunning. It has like moons and stars and everything on them. And the yellow parts and the white parts glow in the dark. So, and then I added some buttons. So this pattern is over on Etsy. I also made a YouTube tutorial over on my other account, Alyssa in Design. So if you want to learn how to make this, I do have a free tutorial, but I'm very happy with it. I want to make the other jelly cat pattern that is shaped like a coffee cup. That's one that I want to make next. I just filmed some TikToks like showing off some of the stuff that I have been making, but the TikTok video editor like literally doesn't work. So that's annoying, but I took some cute pictures of like all of my stuff too that I want to edit and post on Instagram to kind of show off everything. I think I already showed you guys the clothes that I have made, but I made some clothing tutorials for Labubu's. So this is the real Labubu. Of course, this is the fake one, but I love her. She's so cute. So this is a farmer's market outfit. I made these, and then these are also what I'm going to be making for my vendor spot too. So that is another thing that I wanted to talk about. I am making stuff for that. I have not made a lot. Since I have been working more, getting that other job at the bookstore, like I just don't have as much time crocheting as I would like. But I'm going to make a couple farmer's market outfits and put them in a baggie and sell them all together at the bookstore for people who have Labubus. And then also I made a Labubu that was the size of a real one. Pretty much. I mean, its body is a little bit thinner, like it's not as thick, but it's crocheted, okay? So I'm gonna make like 5 of these fake Labubus, and then make like 5 outfits for just like the initial setup at the booth and see if anybody likes them. So this one is really cute. It has like this really fuzzy pink yarn, which was really hard to work with. That's kind of why the body is really small, because I could not find the stitches on the yarn. But I really like her. I think she's really freaking cute and has a little keychain on it too. So I went ahead and I bought some like keychain clasps and also some like satin ribbons too, because this was just a thrifted ribbon that I used. So my Labubus can have like matching ribbon and like fancy clasps too. If you come to the bookstore to buy these, you can buy an outfit for it too, because these outfits fit my fake ones too. They're a little bit bigger, but they still fit. So I'm gonna make 5 of these. I'm gonna make 5 outfits, and I think that's all that I have made since last updating you guys, I think. Everything else I've already showed you. I have tons of Labubus and Lafufus just sitting around me right now. But today, it's July 4th weekend, so the library was closed all weekend, so I've had 4 days off, which has been really great because I got a lot of stuff done around the house. I had enough time to crochet a couple of different outfits and stuff and make this. I think I'm going to film an American Girl restoration video because I have not filmed an American Girl video in almost a year, and I would really like to post on my doll channel because I haven't posted on it in literally like a year. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then for the rest of the day I'm going to start working on making another one of these, and I'm probably going to use the rest of the yarn that I used for this Labubu here because I think that there's enough for a small one. So I really like this Lion brand yarn, but I need to go buy some more, but it's like the perfect texture for these Labubus. So I need to buy some more fluffy yarn, because, you know, I don't have a lot of fluffy yarn. I'm an acrylic yarn girl, like just wait for, like that's what I like. So I have to buy all this fluffy yarn to be able to make these patterns because I don't own any. But yeah, I just have all of my crochet stuff sitting everywhere. And as a reminder, as always, I have crochet patterns for all of these on my Etsy shop if you guys are interested. I want to thank you guys so much. I probably already said this, but I want to thank you guys so much for supporting my Etsy shop. I made almost $300 in passive income off of my patterns alone last month, which really has helped me financially. Like, you guys don't understand. It's been really helpful. Like, being able to like pay my car payment with just pattern money is so nice. So I really, really, really appreciate you, and I'm really excited to start making more patterns. My next video tutorial I think is going to be my crochet hook book, because I've already made the pattern for this, but I would like to make a video tutorial too. So I think this is the next thing that I'm going to film. It just takes a long time because it's like a lot of half double crochets, which takes a while. So this is the next thing I'm going to film for my YouTube channel. And then probably I'm going to start whipping up the pattern for the coffee cup purse. And I want to start making like other cool purses, like a Game Boy, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of like cool things, unique things to turn into a purse, because I love purses. So if I can turn like cute designs into purses, like that's what I would want to do. Hey guys, so it's probably been about 2 weeks since I last updated you on the stuff that I was making for my vendor spot. I've been really busy, but I finally think that I'll have enough stuff to drop off at the bookstore on Friday. Today is Wednesday night, so I'm gonna try to make a couple more items tomorrow while I'm at work, and then I'm gonna go drop everything off. So tonight I'm gonna start putting tags on things and just like pricing everything. So I made like a fake little display here, so let me show you what I've made so far. So I made myself a fake little display here just to see how much room that I had. This is about how much room I think there will be on the bookshelf. If not, there's going to be like maybe 2 shelves that I'll be able to use. I made a bunch of scrunchies because these are really, really easy to make. So these are going to be $5 each. I think I'm going to make like 1 or 2 more so I can fill out this spot right here. And then my coin purses are probably going to be $15, $20. I have another one right here that I need to finish making. Then of course I have this that I made. I don't even know if I showed it to you guys, but I made this at the library and it has all of my links and everything right here. And then I have my 2 lafufus. I have almost finished making a 3rd lafufu, so I might actually finish the 3rd lafufu tomorrow. I'm not too sure. And then I was able to make 1 book sleeve. I did want to make some bookmarks, but I guess I just didn't end up making any bookmarks. So I definitely maybe will make a couple flower bookmarks too to throw in there. But I have my tags here, and I'm going to take them out and we're going to start pricing everything. Okay, for the scrunchies, I'm just going to write scrunchie on here and then just kind of like tape it to the thing, because all of the scrunchies are going to be the same price. So I'm probably just going to cut this actually around the edges. There we go. Around the edges like that. And then write scrunchies. Like this. I wish my handwriting was prettier, but, and then I'm just going to tape it to the end right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the extra large book sleeve for $30, and that's gonna be directly like tied onto the book sleeve, because I feel like my book sleeves are gonna be different prices because I'm gonna make different sizes. But right now I just made an extra large one because it fits some of those like super big hardcovers. Okay, do y'all remember when I made these frog bandanas during one of my launches? Well, only 1 sold. Like, they did not sell well. And I forgot I had them. So I have a whole bin. I have 4 frog bandanas. So I'm going to sell these 2. Since they didn't sell well, I'm probably just going to sell these for like 10 bucks each. But I think kids will really like these. And they're pretty small too, so they'll fit really well around like a kid's head. So these are really cute. I love these. I don't know why they didn't sell well because I'm obsessed with these little bandanas, but I'm going to sell these for like $10 each because I'm just trying to get rid of them. And that adds like 4 more things to my inventory too. I do have to keep in mind with my pricing that she does take 30% of my prices. So honestly, I probably should make them a little bit pricier, but we're just going to see if they sell, and if they sell really well, then I may up the price a couple of bucks since people actually want them. But if they're not selling even at this price, then it's not worth like upping the price, because then even more people won't buy them. Okay guys, it's Friday, so that means it is time for me to go to the bookstore and drop off all of my crochet projects that I showed you guys the other day. I don't know if I finished showing you guys everything, but here's what everything looks like. I did not have time yesterday to make any more coin purses or any bookmarks or anything, unfortunately, so we just have one coin purse right now. Frog bandanas, scrunchies, and then Labubus and a book sleeve. This should be enough right now just for like one bookshelf. I don't really want to like overwhelm myself right now. And if these sell well, then I'll just keep making and replacing things that are selling well, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to overdo it. All right, I'm in the car. I've got everything tucked in here. Hopefully it doesn't go flying around my car like it always does. But I'm gonna go ahead and head to the bookstore, and I don't know if we're setting up everything today. I don't know if she needs to like make space, but if we do, I'm gonna film what it looks like. Alright, so it is later in the night, and I know you guys saw the footage of what it looks like in the store. I tried to take a couple of different videos so you guys could see what it looked like, but she let me set up kind of like right in the front of the store, so when people walk in, like, they're gonna see my stuff, which is really nice. I was able to set it up like exactly how I wanted to, and I'm very happy. So I will be making more stuff in the coming weeks. I'm kind of burnt out of crocheting at the moment. I go through phases where I like to crochet like crazy, and then I go like a couple weeks without wanting to crochet. Like, I love it, but I don't like forcing myself to do it, because then it just doesn't really feel like a hobby anymore. It just feels like I'm working, and I already work enough. So I'm still gonna be making some stuff. I want to make some more lafufus because those seem to be very popular, but I posted a picture online on my Instagram, and it's having good responses, and I'm excited to see how it does. This was pretty much like my only goal of the year, was to sell my crochet stuff in person somewhere, whether it be vendor or at a market. And right now, I just don't think I'm at a point where I can make enough stuff to sell at a in-person market, like in a big booth. So having this like little space is perfect, because I don't have to make too many things to be able to sell, and they can slowly sell over time instead of worrying about making like a bunch of stock to sell out like very quickly. So I'm happy to meet like pretty much the only goal I made for myself this year. I am excited to whatever I'm going to do next. I know I'm about to start making some American Girl clothing for a friend of mine. A friend of mine wants to pay me to make some like historical accurate American Girl clothing for her American Girl doll. So I probably will be showing that in my next crochet video, because I think this video has been pretty long. I'm not too sure. I've been filming it for like a month or two now, so I don't really know how long it is, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching the process of me making stuff for my vendor spot. I have had a lot of fun. Like, this was literally just a dream of mine, and even if I don't sell anything, it's just a dream to be able to have my stuff out in public where people can see it and not just online. I am very thankful that you guys buy my stuff online too. I don't necessarily need to sell in person, but it is nice to kind of switch it up and do something different to kind of get the local consumer. I also want to say a huge thank you to you guys who have been buying my crochet patterns. My crochet patterns have been selling like crazy. I am very proud of myself, because I feel like I made some very like unique patterns that are able to be sold well, because people can't find any other patterns like it. So I'm super proud of myself. You guys have made it possible where I can make like very good passive income on this. So for any of you guys who are crocheters and you want to kind of make some passive income on making patterns on Etsy, I do have some advice. Definitely try to make some unique pattern. try to make it like something that nobody else has done before, or try to make it completely different from other people's designs. Don't make patterns for like the same copy paste plushies that are everywhere, like the cows and I don't know, like the octopus, the octopi plushies. Like, we don't need so many of plushies, okay? Like, everybody makes plushies. It's really good to like find a niche and make a pattern that hits that niche for people, because the more unique you are, the more people are going to buy from you. Because my Tamagotchi purse, there is not any other Tamagotchi purse like mine, or any at all, I think, on Etsy last time I checked. So I think that's why mine have been doing really well. But I wanted to give you guys some of the stats of what I've made of passive income off my patterns, just in case that's something that you guys have been wanting to look into, on how to make some passive income when it comes to like your crochet career. So I'm going to set the dates from just July 1st to July 31st to see what I made last month. So on Etsy, I got 33 orders in the month of July, which is crazy. These are all just patterns, by the way. I got 223% more views on my Etsy shop than I did last year. And I made $242.52. So passively, I made almost like $250 in the month. And I don't have to do any work. Like, you guys buy the pattern and it immediately gets sent to you. I don't have to do anything other than like the initial work of making the pattern, which does take a long time, but it's nice to have that passive income. My stuff seems to be getting pushed out on Etsy too, because it says that 40% of the people buying from my Etsy shop just saw it on the Etsy homepage. So that is really nice, because that is not something that I ever had before. But also a large percentage of my traffic is from Pinterest. That is another idea I have for you guys. If you want to promote your crochet stuff or crochet patterns, make ads on Pinterest, guys. I have over 300 to 400 saves on my Tamagotchi purse on Pinterest, and that is why people are buying my pattern, because they're seeing it on Pinterest. Post your stuff on Pinterest and make sure to link so people can click the pin and go to your stuff, because that is how I've gotten like most of my sales, honestly, is from Pinterest. But yeah, 126 people have favorited my pattern, my Tamagotchi pattern. So that's crazy. So thank you guys so much. This is not me trying to brag. This is literally like me saying thank you, and also kind of giving you guys ideas for yourself if you are a crochet artist. Work hard, make some unique patterns, make well-read and well-written patterns so people don't complain. And honestly, it's really easy to make some passive income on Etsy if you're doing well, and if you're taking good pictures and marketing yourself really well. It's not too hard. That's an idea for some of you guys, but I'm gonna stop yapping now. My floor is currently flooding. I have had ceiling leaks, AC leaks, and now my floor is flooding in my hallway. It's 10 p.m. at night, and I'm still waiting for emergency maintenance to show up and try to figure out why there is water coming from my floorboards. So that's awesome. Don't know what's going on there. So I'm gonna figure that out tonight, but until somebody shows up, I'm gonna be editing this video that you guys are watching now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will have the link to all of my social medias down below, like my Etsy, my Instagram, all of that stuff. I will also link the bookstore down below. If you guys live in the metro Atlanta area and you want to check out the bookstore, you could buy my products or buy a book from her bookstore. But until the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!